What's up, guys? So this is the Tobirama gameplay that I did record on the weekend. I was meaning to upload on Saturday, but honestly, I had a very busy day sitting at my computer that day. And a lot of people have been asking me between the stream and now where the Tobirama gameplay was, so my apologies. I will get that out today on Tuesday. And I honestly don't know about tomorrow's video. I have a lot of videos from my laptop that I'm trying to bring over here and edit them all. I've been messing around with Premiere. Just slowly messing out the quality, so it's great to know a lot of people like the improvements to the quality, but the only thing that bugs me is still the audio. I did order a mod mic just because it's like probably the only 3.5mm microphone I recognize, and it will go straight into my sound card, so hopefully I can mess with the settings and make it better. Plus I have a pretty bad echo in the room, so I do have to get myself some acoustic phones. But I guess until I do get that, which should be Wednesday, I'll set up the new microphone. I do need to get acoustic phones in the future, but maybe this microphone will be a lot better, especially with these sound cards. So I am currently using a Blue Yeti, and it's just really weird. So like I'm really unhappy with the way the audio sounds in my videos. But honestly, I tried doing it the best I can. I guess it's just mostly because of my computer's fans going off and then the echo, that the voice kind of gets distorted. And I honestly don't know what else to do, since USB microphones are very much limited. But once I get that new microphone tomorrow, I can mess with the sound card settings and hopefully get some good noise cancellation. So we had to go fire main. Basically, the idea of this team was to stack Itachi as best as possible, and then we also were able to basically use Tobirama in the process. So had to bring out the Mei. The great thing about this formation is Itachi, for those who don't know, he is not a damage dealing ninja. He is more of a supportive ninja, more of a tank, I guess. But he is still very good. You know, don't let him fool you. He does, like, aside from his cost, he is an insanely strong ninja. Like, I'm gonna say I really like Itachi. It's just the price is what people always bring him down about. And I agree, you know, it's really expensive. But besides the price point, he is really good. So Itachi himself is immune to combos, immune to debuffs, so he can be in the front line. With shields, he can potentially never die if you can keep restacking shields, which is just ridiculous. He also bases off taijutsu damage and has an amazing sweep attack. So the idea of the formation was using Tobirama to boost taijutsu, because Tobirama does a 30% taijutsu increase to your entire team, which is very good. It's basically across all teams like Hashirama's buff, but instead of ninjutsu, it is for taijutsu. And I finally managed to try out a Matsuri challenge on his account. This was also recorded last Friday. He went away on a business trip, so he asked me to cover his events, and I asked him if I could record the videos for the Tobirama, so he said no problem, and that's where this was headed. But honestly, when it came to Matsuri challenge, I was faced with people a lot lower level than mine, and couldn't really test the team out properly. Plus, too many people would just refresh once they saw the Susanoo Itachi. So apart from Tobirama giving the taijutsu boost, we do have Mei's barrier, which is amazing, and overall Mei is my favorite Kage ninja next to Danzo. Then we also have ourselves the fire main, who will give a enhancement to the fire ninjas. So overall the setup is, you know, pretty much maximizing his attack, and then you get yourself a pretty nice combo with the Flood Dragon in total. I also really do love the fire main because of the Genjutsu mystery that clears all debuffs and gives you immunities for a round. It's very strong, but the problem is I cannot properly test teams on Agator's account because, one, he is way too strong for his own server, and two, the Matsuri challenge is just messed up. It's really broken. No idea, like, I don't know what they're doing, but the matchmaking is completely, like, random. I faced more lower levels than people my level, but when I was doing the Itachi pulls, I managed to fight people with super rares. So I honestly don't understand what Matsuri is going through. But if you look on the team as far as paper goes, I would say it really... Alright, so it revolves heavily on Itachi because you can't use any mysteries until the third round. You have no ways of gaining chakra, which is a really big letdown. Honestly, Tobirama's blind passive is really good. I would say it's really underutilized, and you know, basically, if you guys don't know, blind makes it so an enemy or the target cannot use any standard attacks. So first round, 2 units being blinded on the enemy team is very strong. The team has great crowd control, has great damage all around, and you know, when it comes to Itachi, he does really good damage, plus his mystery can be used 2 rounds in a row. So the idea is you basically go ahead, use Itachi's mystery round 1, then you go ahead and use Itachi's mystery on the second round. So you'll have basically 2 units chaos within the first 2 rounds. And then the 3rd round, you can go with Tobirama, and later on, you can go with Mei. So that's kind of the only downside, is having these kind of powerhouse ninjas. They both rely on 60 chakra, and you really can't go ahead and get the 60 chakra. So it's kind of rough. But I will try out a different team where it hopefully focuses more on Tobirama. But, Tobirama faces his own issue as well. He's basically a ninjutsu heavy ninja, but his own passive boosts taijutsu. So it's really awkward to put him into lineups and to properly stack him because his own buff doesn't really benefit him. But Tobirama does do pretty good damage, and he is my favorite Hokage. Mei, honestly, never, she always impresses me just because of how amazing she is. She is a powerhouse with a barrier. I mean, really good mystery, ignites everyone on up to 9 targets on the enemy team. Very solid, or 7 targets, whatever it is. Fire main is often neglected. He is still really good. And I actually like the Fire main better as a support than an actual, damage dealer that he was in the past. Plus, the new standard attack does really good damage, and it ignites up to 4 targets. So overall, the Fire main did get some amazing changes. Now, we were waiting for Matsuri for quite a while to get our last fight in, and I was hoping to get you guys some gameplay. But throughout all the fights I do in this video, you will probably, I think you only see a Mei mystery 1 time because I left it on auto. So I was like, it's only going to be 2-round fights anyway with this lineup. So I pretty much figured, just why not leave it on auto. So you never really see anyone's mystery. I'll try to, focus out on a team. Definitely when it comes to Tobirama, the goal is for the next team to try out, maybe, I don't know, sometime this weekend, to basically focus on getting him his mystery on the 2nd round. That is going to be basically the goal. But when it comes to all this kind of stuff with these lineups, just can't properly test it. And it took us about 2 minutes to get into a fight, which was just, taking extremely long. I should have probably cut down the video to be a little bit faster than it already is. Honestly, there was just a lot of problems when I had to go and record the Tobirama fights with the Itachi. So my apologies. I try to cut out as many parts that I was, taking long for as I could. But even then, based on all the fights I was doing, I could say Itachi is really good he has really good potential. I mean, I guess he is, I don't know how to word him, but he is a really balanced ninja, I would say. In a sense where he's immune to combos, immune to debuffs, so only straight up damage can kill him, which alone is already hard enough to do. His standard attack is a gigantic sweep, so that's also very nice. I believe in a Great Ninja War setup, he will just sweep all the front rows, which would be just crazy. And there's definitely a lot of potential to do with Itachi. The next thing I wanted to try with Itachi was basically stacking him again, but using a Killer Bee this time, so Killer Bee can give him a double standard attack. That would be something pretty amazing. Especially if you see the double standard attack going off. I honestly, maybe if you stack Killer Bee and Onoki and hope Onoki gave Itachi the double attack, who knows? There's a lot of potentials, a lot of teams to try out, a lot of theory crafting, so I will try to bring them out as best as I can. I don't want to do videos on his account all the time. That's why I'm pretty much trying to do at least maybe 1 every weekend, just to give you guys some kind of variety, so I can show you guys some things that I don't directly have access to. And that's basically what Agator wants me to do. He just wants to bring the community the other side, and you guys can basically see it from his perspective, how everything is, because he has put in a lot of money into the game and is willing to let me show off the things that I don't have access, just so you guys can check it out for yourselves. So I'm always grateful to Agator for that. When it comes to the lineup, I honestly say the biggest concern for me when I was looking at it, thanks again to Killwa for finding this lineup. He always manages to help me out with some teams when I'm in a tight spot. But basically, the problem with this team was not being able to mystery on the 2nd round, besides doing Itachi. I honestly found that very concerning, but since you have Itachi in the 1st position front row, you pretty much will stack your highest initiative on him anyway. So you want to chaos basically anyone who could potentially use a mystery against you. So you can deal with Sage Naruto's round 2 easily. You can stop cursed Hedons round 1. It honestly just goes on and on. You can basically stop everybody you need to, both times, on round 1 and round 2. So against Great Ninja or Tenten lineups, you can basically stop a Great Ninja or Tenten in round 1, and if they still have chakra left over for May the second round, you can stop both. So, even though you have mysteries lined up for the 3rd and 4th round, it's still a very solid team, and you will see Itachi's damage. The level difference and power difference, of course, but he has still really good damage with all these buffs. I mean, he's getting about 40% from the Fire main, 30% Taijutsu from the Water main, or not Water main, Tobirama, and you're also getting more boosts from Mei herself. So he is going to be a powerhouse. And honestly, I really do like the Itachi. I definitely think without the price, he is like the top of the top when it comes to the ninjas. I definitely do believe that, but when it comes to super rares like Roshi, who probably has the best value for a super rare considering he's under 300 scrolls, I could say that even though Roshi plays on a different style compared to Itachi, he is probably on par with how overpowered Itachi is. And then there are other ninjas such as the Six Tails QB, which he costs a lot. You need to get the 4-star QB in order to use him anyway. But that's the crazy thing about it. I mean, if you have yourself that 6-star QB, it unlocks a lot of potential, assuming you have most of the ninjas. And he is just in the same damage dealers, and it'll probably still cost you cheaper than a Susanoo Sasuke. So the idea of Itachi lineups is you want to pretty much use him with Susanoo Sasuke to get the Itachi brothers going off, and it'll be pretty much the greatest thing you can do. Overall, I must say I don't know how to say this, but I must say I really did enjoy playing with the team, because this was the first time I myself have tried Tobirama in a lineup, even though I never really got to see his mystery, which I was hoping for. China did release a reanimated Tobirama in the future, so I can't wait till we get him, and that'll pretty much be the more affordable Tobirama, until this one completely drops in price, because by then, I guess, everything in life depreciates, at least most things, before somebody points me out on it. So that the rank 9 battle armor Tobirama is definitely going to depreciate. And honestly, is that Tobirama worth the rank 9 battle armor? No. I finally got rank 7 battle armor this week. Went from rank 5 to rank 7, and I can tell you, it was really expensive. I mean, I think rank 6 alone cost me about 15-20k, and that was already when I was like probably 75 in. So rank 6 probably cost me 25k ingots in total, if not more. And I think rank 7 cost me like maybe a little bit over 30k ingots as well. So yeah, battle armor is not cheap. You can only imagine. Rank 8's probably going to be 40 to 50k with discounts. And rank 9 is probably going to be, I don't even know, 60 to 70k. Maybe a little bit more. So it is, thousands of dollars we're talking about to get Tobirama. He's pretty much the closest thing we can get to the pre-2.0 Tendo at this point, without the immune to ninjutsu. So I guess, he's just really not worth the rank 9 battle armor. And if you want to increase your battle power, definitely look into other ways. Battle armor is good and all, but it's very expensive. So if you're pretty much trying to maximize your power gain by your ingot cost, it's not going to be good. So that's why I'm finally done with the battle armor, thank God. I do love the look of rank 7. And that was pretty much the only reason why I wanted it so badly, was just because rank 7 armor looked so cool. But now I can focus on refines and purifies, and I'm still trying to get myself a King of Hell when it comes to my account. But I'm not trying to spend the premium price for it. Just gonna gather points over time and get myself some runes and just redeem them. Not too far off from it, so in case you guys didn't watch the video yesterday, I did upload it last night. My apologies, had a busy Monday. I didn't get home till late, and I had to kind of still, record my first video on a new computer. So check out the video from last night, basically doing the summon rebates and telling you guys about my Twitch plans, as well as, some other things that people have been asking me for. If you're also curious about my computer setup, it's going to be all in the description of the video. Scroll down for the useful links and until you see setup. So it's going to be on kit.com. Overall, though, team was very solid. I didn't really get proper gameplay, as you guys saw. I honestly had higher expectations to the lineup, but against somebody of closer power and the same level, I would have at least seen mysteries. So as much as I like to give you guys gameplay of these kind of ninjas, it's honestly not the best. But that's all I have for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Sorry for getting it out a lot later than I thought I would. You know, it was originally planned for the weekend. But I did want to get this video out because it means it's one less thing to do. So as well as today, you will see a Bleach Online video later tonight. And I will be also finally doing a Bleach Naruto Blazing video. Because I know I promised one since like last month, like the start of January. I just could never get around to it, but I'm going to finally get it out. I do have some multi-pulls recorded and stuff for you guys to see. Haven't been actually on the game for a few days now. Probably a week, you know, because the Blazing Festival really just gave me bad luck. You know, it's just been a bad week when it comes to games for me last week. Got very unlucky when it came to everything. And on top of the Naruto Blazing video, you will also see a Bleach Brave Souls video this week. It's gonna be the most disappointing Bleach Brave Souls video ever. And you know, it's my favorite mobile game of all time. And it's pretty much gonna be the most disappointing Bleach Brave Souls video I have to make, unfortunately. But that's all for today's video. Appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you guys next time.